How's it, everybody? Celtic Link here. We're back for another Dokkan battle video. In today's video, we are checking out the LR STR Turles Army and their surprise EZA. We are in the countdown to the worldwide celebration, and on the 5th day, they have decided to EZA the STR Turles Army. Makes me think we're going to be getting some major buffs for the teams that he's on. Space Traveling Warriors, movie bosses, planetary destruction, all of which makes sense coming into a celebration centered around the movie 8 Broly movie, which, you know, maybe the next the part 2 could be Bojack, maybe, right? And give this dude some true buffs, because, you know, we got this guy Max Links and Rainbow status, and I'm telling you, he is right on the cusp of being one of the better EZAs we've gotten, right? He is such an insane support unit, right? So let's take a look and let's see what I mean. So he's got attack and defense 180%. He's got key 1 up to 5. He has an additional attack 10% up to 50%. And he reduces damage received by 10% up to 50% per Terrifying Conqueror's Planetary Destruction ally on the team. And he also gets an additional 100% attack and defense when performing a super attack if there's another Earthbred fighter's enemy. He also has an additional attack 50% in Terrifying Conqueror's or planetary destruction allies, 50% attack and defense, and key 3. He does have effective against all types if the enemy is attacked, down, or stunned, which he can do on his 18 key. And he also gets effective against all types when key is 20 or more, or he gets guaranteed crit if he gets 24 keys. So we are going to be running this stage here. Now I'm going to have to hold off here on sending my Turles over, but we'll make it work. Ooh, okay. I mean, it had to be done. It was basically... So, we do have him turn 2. I cannot seem to get a good setup for him. I mean, this is just the way the team is, right? There's 2 slot 1 units on the team, and it's like... I can't get him turn 1. I can't get the Turleses to get... There goes the super. Does this kill us? This might kill us. We're in the Memorial Battle Gohan stage. Okay. Alright, we're good. We should be fine now. Yeah, so, I mean, I cannot get a good starting turn, and it's causing me to lose out on first. Like, this is the problem with units like this that are restricted to these teams, right, where their main leaders are units that people didn't summon on, right? Nobody summoned for Turles. Nobody summoned when Turles came back, right? Nobody summoned on Frieza, and I doubt anybody's going to summon on the banner he comes back on Global. So, I mean, if you want to run Turles, unless we get a new Bojack or a new Broly with a planetary destruction lead and a good linking partner for him from that Broly, Turles is going to be in a tough spot, unfortunately. So... I mean, he already, even with these guys' lead, he's in a tough spot. Dokkan has this thing with Turles units, right? They EZA them when they don't have a place anymore. They like to put them...
How much more evolved I have become! I've made my new form gold, so it's clear who's sitting atop the pecking order. And to simplify things even further, let's call this Golden Frieza.
Alright, so, as I was saying, right, he just doesn't have the help he needs to succeed properly. But that could change in the near future as long as he gets a decent enough linking partner. So we will have the 24 key, which means we will be effective against all types here. We do get 30% support from the Eminent Raisin here, which is their slot 1 unit. So 3,500k, 3,500 attack defense there. Honestly, combined with 50% damage reduction is pretty good for start of turn, especially since that's going to be post super. He is a slot 2 unit. There, I mean, no questions about that. So you really want to utilize him as that. All right, nice. We'll take that, and then let's see, what do we get here? 29 million. That's a pretty good. I'll take that. Perfect. All right. Okay, so we do have another, not the best rotations I want, but we can make it work. So let's do this. And how's this dude's? All right, not bad. Okay. So, and then we'll get Fizz Turles over there. I mean, honestly, I wish one of them was a... there we go. Okay, we dodged it. Thank goodness. I wish one of them was a slot 1 unit. Obviously, they weren't going to EZA Turles and make him suddenly a slot 1 unit. He's more than likely a second or third slot floating support unit, which is fine. But the problem is, like, his main partner, Fizz Turles, right? He's starting to show signs of age. So I honestly want to see how he does here next to him. But he's starting to show signs of age. And then, of course, you know, he is also a second or third slot unit. Him as a third slot unit, though, prevents him from stacking. That's the main issue. Which, I mean, if you're using him, you want him to stack that attack for that active skill. There we go. All right, we'll take this. All right, but the main reason we're running this is so we can get the Fizz Turles, so we can have his intro buff up for the whole fight. Was the main reason we're doing this. And we cannot afford to be missing these supers. Okay, come on, give us. All right, I'll take one extra one. Right, he can super twice. Do we survive this? Okay, I mean, yeah, we do. All right, that's fine. Alright, so, I mean, at least we survived this. That's the important thing. Alright, and we can actually get the... 24 key. So looking here, right, 400k defense. Attack's looking a lot better this time, too. So you know what? We'll take that. Nice. Alright, we get the dodge. Alright, Emin and Raisin keeping up. And so, again, as I mentioned earlier, the main problem with this team here, as much as I love this unit, like, he is working good here, right? We see that defense, we see that damage reduction, we see that attack stat. It's wow, 32 million. That's what I'm talking about, right? That is an attack stat. This guy is more than a support unit, right? Wow, and guaranteed crits too. Is everything I could have wanted in a unit and more. The main issue, again, is his team just lacks the units it needs to function properly. Alright, so I'm actually going to use a Whis here. I don't want to, but I don't want to chance anybody getting a super here because I am tired of restarting this fight just to showcase Turles. I don't know. I am having the worst luck ever when it comes to showcasing this unit right now. So, you know, let's just do this. Yeah, there goes the super. So it's Golden Frieza on his second appearance probably could have tanked this, but I'm not willing to risk it. I want to focus on us just taking a look at Turles and what Turles can do. There we go. Alright, so what I really need out of Hiruderan is make up for that crappy last turn where he didn't stack at all. No, okay. I gotta double check his passive. I might be missing a condition in his passive that makes him attack. There we go. But we will take these out of first form Friezas for sure. We have the other one coming on, so it's not too big of a deal that he locked our Frieza off. We did lock our Ammon and Raisin, which I didn't want. We do have... which means we don't get... Alright, well, we're going to keep him on, obviously, so we're just going to have to rock with this. We do still have the support up, so, I mean... yeah, I hate slot locking. And it's a turn 1 super. Oh my goodness. We do have a Whis up. Maybe we should have just double Whised it. Oh, okay, we're good. All right. Well, I guess, yeah, that's 90% damage reduction. Never mind, we're good. Okay, well, I mean, honestly, that's not that bad considering we don't have big bad bosses active. We will get a double super. All right, good. We'll take that. Now, I would like to get the triple and just get this over with. It's a shame I didn't get to see him. All right. It wasn't enough. It wasn't normal. Yeah, it's a shame. What I really wanted to see was him next to Turles, and we're not going to get to see that, and that is unfortunate. But it is what it is. This isn't Fizz Turles' showcase. I might do a separate showcase with them together that really focuses on them. But again, it's about getting a fight like this, and of course having friends set up. Like it just, it's tough. All right, nice. All right. Well, okay, 10 million. We'll take that. Now, had he been linked to Turles, that would have been a little more, probably around like 11 to 12 million. So you know what? That's honestly not that bad. There we go. We get 11 right there. That's pretty good. I'll take it. So that support goes wild, right? We're essentially giving him 70% support this turn. All right, so let's do this. Let's bring out Hirudegarn. Alrighty, so, let's do that. And then once again, look, I'm going to use a Whis, because I'm not interested in the damage he's taken. Look, I'll tell you right now, if Turles had taken that super from Piccolo last turn, we were dead. Straight up. Like, I don't need to show you that that's what's going to happen. That is what will happen, right? Piccolo's super does close to 2 million damage. That super would have killed us. Okay, so using the Whis so we can focus on seeing what Turles is doing here supported, right? He was going to die. To the normal, he probably would have been fine, but that super would have killed him. Alright, so let's grab that with Frieza. I'm going to wait a turn to bring him out. But the main thing here is I don't want to die to a super this turn. And I don't want to risk Hirudegarn not dodging. Although we did get one dodge, which means we need, like UI Goku, if we get 2 more, right, we got infinite dodge here. So that's all we need here. And then next turn we'll just use Frieza's active skill. And we probably would have had to, I probably would have used the Whis anyways on the off chance STR Turles, because we see that STR Turles didn't kill. So Ammon and Raisin being in slot 2 actually would have killed us, right? Because he locked. So, I mean, again, the focus here is just to see what Turles is doing to the boss, right? As well as seeing what he can do for the team, since he is majorly a support unit. Alright, and of course this turn having to use the Whis because Golden Frieza is losing out on a lot of that damage reduction. And while this is type advantage, right there, right, we got that going on, which probably wouldn't have killed Golden Frieza post triple super, but I mean, as you can see, if it's doing that much damage to him with 40% damage reduction on top of what he had, that's probably going to hurt us a little bit. So let's actually use... okay, let's do this number. Let's do Frieza's active. Alright, and now let's do Turles Armies.
Did you think you could win against one who regularly dines on the fruit of the tree of might? Looks like victory is it's mine.
Alrighty, so now let's do this number. Okay, let's grab that. Grab that. Okay, so let's take a look here at the attack and defense. So 400k with that 50% damage reduction. Post super, we're actually going to be looking really good here. In terms of what he's capable of. Alright, so, let's see here. Okay, and let's just cap that off with him. We're gonna get that. Okay, well, let's just miss the Dokkan attack with them then.
Time to get serious.
I don't want them to deal. Well, yeah, actually, it doesn't matter. They're not gonna deal that much damage, and at least this way we can get a decent heal if we don't, if we don't survive the turn. Alright, so now we just need to survive here. Yeah, so 50... of course they didn't. Yeah, so kind of glad we had the Whis up, because Ammon and Raisin would have died to this. Yeah, okay. So, 32 million. I love it. I love seeing it. That's what I'm talking about for a, for a support unit. And we're doing 3 of these. There's 1... There's 2 for the 18 million. Now, post super, this dude caps out at about 1.7 million, right? So honestly, that tank with 50% support, that tanks anything in the game currently, outside of maybe like Goku Frieza, right? But otherwise, and then maybe like the gimmicks like Bulma or whatever. But otherwise, that tanks just about everything, and which is more than what you can ask for with a support type unit. Again, it's just the thing, as I keep mentioning. The team still just quite isn't where it needs to be. There we go. Frieza finishes up for us. So, shame we didn't get to see more of Turles and Turles in action, but that is pretty good. So, like I said, I love what I'm seeing out of this. 30 million on the 18 key attack stat, on top of another, right, 18, and then, 19 million on the next 2 supers with 50% damage reduction, capping out at about 1.7 million. Defense, right, where I mean, you could not ask for a better support unit for a team like this. It's exactly what this team means. So now all we got to do is hold on for that eventual planetary destruction lead on that Broly coming up for the movie 8 celebration, and possibly a part 2 Bojack, which would give this guy more than what he needs, right? Broly's going to be helpful for him for sure, but his issue then, we're still going to be needing slot 1 units for him, and he's also going to need a big bad boss's partner, which Broly's typically don't have. So hopefully we see some buffs for this guy in the near future, and he actually gets a true chance to shine. So guys, that is it for the video. If you liked the video, make sure you hit that like button and subscribe to the channel if you have not already. And in the comments down below, let us know, what do you think of STR LR Turles Army? I think they're great. I think they're exactly what I wanted to see them be, and more, right? They make Fizz Turles seem almost runnable again, and they give AGL Frieza a huge buff. We'll definitely do some videos playing around with Fizz Turles and Frieza, just to kind of see what they're doing with the support buff. A little more kind of hyper focused on them, but we'll have some fun with it. So, but let us know what you think in the comments down below. Otherwise, guys, as always, thanks for watching, and aloha.